And we're live.
We're here.
Hallmark Movies and Mysteries Facebook page.
Yes.
We're live.
Hi, I'm Becca Tobin. I'm from A Song for Christmas.
Cool. Tell us about A Song for Christmas and your character, Adelaide.
So I play a country music singer on the brink of stardom. I'm around the country touring my music and getting ready for a big performance when I get accidentally left in a small town. And I take up the offer of this nice young girl to come and stay with her and her family on their Christmas tree farm. They have a son who is also a musician, and I won't spoil that, but maybe sparks fly, and maybe we write some Christmas music together.
What?
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool. You talked about writing Christmas music and being a singer, and you have a very successful career. What was it like singing in this movie, getting to sing in this movie?
I was sort of dusting off my vocal cords because it had been a little bit of time since we wrapped Glee, and then I started the movie, and I hadn't really been singing, and I missed it a lot. So going back into the recording studio and getting to do that was incredible. It's such a passion of mine, and it's such a huge part of my life that it was such an awesome experience to do a movie, to be able to sing this music, and it also beat Christmas movie, which is one of my favorites. So I felt very, very spoiled.
Very cool. What's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus because it's sort of naughty and sassy.
We love that. Steph, we have a good fan who wrote in that says, "Hi Becca, how much did you enjoy working for Hallmark Movies and Mysteries? I'm your biggest fan and so happy to see you on our screen soon. I hope this is the first of many more movies."
Oh, thank you, Steph. I loved it. Growing up, I watched Hallmark movies year-round, and especially around Christmas time. It's such a staple in my life and in so many people's. So it was really surreal to get the call that I would be doing the movie. And then being on set, it was even more enjoyable because the people are awesome. Everybody at Hallmark, all the actors that worked on the film. It was just kind of an awesome experience. There's really nothing I would say that wasn't enjoyable.
We love hearing that.
Yeah.
You talked about this cast being really awesome, and your co-star Kevin McGarry gives you some inspiration in the movie. Tell us a little bit about working with him.
Kevin's such a pro. He's so talented, so handsome, just so kind and so professional. It made it really easy to, work with him, and he's such a great musician as well. I felt pretty spoiled again because you never know going into these experiences who you're going to have to work with, and it just from the start he was just such a gentleman and so awesome, and I know why he now does he works all year round because he's super talented.
Yeah, we love hearing that because you get to make these in such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
You really get to know them really quickly.
You could get in trouble if you don't have somebody that you really click with. It can be really hard, and this was just easy breezy.
Rachel says that she loves you on Glee and can't wait to see the movie. She loves that you're a big fan of Hallmark. What's your favorite Hallmark movie?
That's so unfair.
There's so many, I know.
I don't know. I like the Valentine's movies. I can't remember the one I watched this year. Oh no.
It's a big list. It's okay.
I know. I'll make it back to you.
Okay.
Christmas List is good.
Christmas List.
Okay, yes. We watched that together. When I got this job, I was like,
oh,
okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
You talked about your character maybe needing to find some inspiration. What kind of inspires you? You talked about, coming back to singing after a long time. Is that something that got you really inspired? And how did you get into character?
So music in general just really inspires me. And being around musical people, they sort of bring out I'm very... I get really nervous in the recording studio, and I get really nervous to perform. And being around other people who are musicians and creative and it gives me a little bit of the confidence to jump in and just do my best and not get in my head. But other than that, just life and traveling and meeting new people, and through the years of being in this industry, you meet so many creative people that inspire you in different ways, every day.
Totally. Your character is not much of a cook in this movie.
No.
Is that right? Her signature dish is something burnt.
Yeah.
Can you cook, and what are some of your favorite things that you like to eat or cook?
Yeah.
Either or during the holidays?
I am not much of a cook. I've made many burnt dishes, so I'm pretty similar to my character. However, I've figured out that a foolproof way for me to cook is a crock pot, and I purchased one a couple months ago. I've made chili. I've made these like really elaborate dishes that my husband thinks I'm like amazing, and I slave away in the kitchen, and really I just throw everything in a crock pot and let it cook. But yeah, and I also, a huge accomplishment was I made an apple pie a couple weeks ago, and it was really good.
Mike wants to know who was your biggest influence in your life when you became an actress?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I grew up going to see a lot of Broadway shows because musical theater was like my everything, and my dream was to be on Broadway. And so I remember specifically Sutton Foster was somebody that I just idolized, and I saw her in Thoroughly Modern Millie the night before she won the Tony Award, which was just such a cool and inspiring experience. Kristen Chenoweth, just all these women who are triple threats, true triple threats. They are, you know, what you kind of strive to be as a performer like me.
Awesome. We have another really good question. Hi, Becca. How do you spend your free time when you're not in a movie or acting?
There's a lot of that free time as an actress. So I do a few things. I do a lot of yoga. I spend a lot of time with my dog. We go hiking in LA. Just very cliche. I've been learning the guitar, playing guitar. I try to see my family as much as possible when I have time off because they're in Atlanta. So I try to do that as much as I can, because when you start working, it's just nonstop and you don't get that chance, and they're really young and I don't want to really miss out on too much.
Awesome. Amanda says, so neat talking to a real actress. Love all the Hallmark movies. What's your favorite Christmas tradition? And she can't wait to watch this movie.
Thanks. My favorite Christmas tradition is my family always did a big dinner Christmas Eve. And it was cousins, aunts, uncles, my grandparents, and we would go to my grandmother's house, who has the craziest decorations every year. She goes all out. The Christmas tree, there's like not one green space on the Christmas tree. And we would open the presents then, and my mom would let us come home and open one gift, and it was always pajamas to wear that night for when we woke up the next morning and opened presents.
Awesome. Bringing back a little bit to the movie, you mentioned the town that you're in. It's like a big white Christmas. What was that like, kind of getting into character for that? And then do you like to spend your Christmas in the sunny LA, or do you try to get away for white Christmas?
I was preparing myself going into this because I knew we were filming in Northern Ontario, and I am such a wimp when it comes to cold weather. So I stocked up on hand warmers and body warmers, and I had them attached to every square inch of my body underneath all my clothing. And then I actually loved being in that weather. I think that there's something about a white Christmas that just makes it extra special. So I prefer to be somewhere like that in the holidays. But I don't mind getting away maybe for New Year's to like a beach and thawing out.
That's always fun.
Yes.
Tana wants to know, do you prefer a real tree or an artificial tree?
Real.
Yes.
The smell. It's just so good.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
We're kind of running out of time. I know you're going to be filming your segments here pretty soon on Home and Family. Why don't we remind the fans when they can watch the movie?
Yes, it's Saturday, December 11th, 9/8 Central.
November.
What did I say? December? Nope, it's November 11th. I'm already in December, see? It's November 11th, Saturday, 9/8 Central.
Perfect. Thank you so much for doing this.